Corey, the other thing coming up with the start of the season over at Pro Basketball Talk, we're going to have, right before the season starts, our power rankings come out, top to bottom, all 30 teams, 1 through 30. But we're going to preview the top 10. I'm going to give you guys, we'll just go through the preview and talk about these teams in the top 10. And at number 10, to me, Corey, the hardest team to place on this list in the top half anyway, I don't know what to do with the Golden State Warriors. I just don't.
What do you mean you don't know what to do? Put them at the top.
If they'd be higher with Clay, obviously. Without Clay, and now it's the Steph Curry show with a lot more James Wiseman, and Wiseman is missing time because he's got COVID. I'm less worried about Draymond missing some time. I'm just like, if you told me that they were the 4 seed at the end of this, or 3 seed, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. They could. MVP Steph Curry showed up. If you told me he missed some time due to injury and things just didn't go right, and they missed the playoffs, yeah, that could happen too.
But what about Kelly Oubre? You don't think he'll be an immediate impact?
I think he's solid. Look, I think Kelly Oubre is a good player. It's just the drop from Kelly Oubre to Klay Thompson is steep.
I mean, yeah, Klay is one of he's amazing.
That's the problem. The problem is you're going from an all NBA level player to a quality rotation NBA, like solid starter. Like, I don't want to knock Kelly Oubre, but man, Klay Thompson's a whole different level. And so I'm just not sure where to place them. By the way, teams that confuse me, number 9, Philadelphia 76ers. That's another team where, like, we've got to watch them, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. The 76ers, once again, we talked about this before, cautiously optimistic. They have a lot of great pieces, a lot of great talent. The question is, can you unlock it? It's like a Rubik's Cube, Who has the right formula? And I hope that Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey can do it. But, yeah, I mean, they have – one of my favorite things about the 76ers, though, is their draft pick, Tyrese Maxey, coming out of Kentucky. He is a dog. His mentality is great and perfect for that team because Doc Rivers said it, I think, best after a press conference. He's a guy you can have immediate impact out of because he's a defensive guy who will scratch and give you everything you need right off the bat. So I really love that pick. I'm excited to see them.
I think Philadelphia is going to be one of the more interesting teams out there. One of my favorite teams to watch is at number 8. Like, I love watching Luka Doncic. The Dallas Mavericks are going to be fun. They didn't make any huge, like, massive off-season upgrades, but they've got the cap space to do it should, I don't know, hypothetically, someone like Giannis Antetokounmpo come available. But, I mean, they've set themselves up to make plays next year. But nonetheless, Luka Doncic is going to be better. I mean, he's only in his 3rd season.
Luka. I have been on this Luka bandwagon train for, man, Luka is so special. So yeah. I can't wait to see Luka continue to develop and evolve because in my mind, it's going to be Luka's league in a little bit, and just like Giannis is the cream of the crop right now, give Luka a few years and it's going to be his league. To me, it's just not even a question. So I'm really excited. And I think they have, because Kristaps is out till January, which is kind of unfortunate because I'm excited to see them 1-2 punch because that's what everyone's holding their breath for, right, in Dallas. Dwight Powell's coming in and making some nice plays in training camp. So hopefully they'll be able to kind of hold off while Kristaps is out.
Yeah, I like Dwight Powell too, but he doesn't space the floor like Kristaps. There aren't really bigs who do that. And by the way, are big enough to still defend inside. So that sets them back a little bit in the rankings at the start of the season and why they're 8th and not higher. It's kind of the same with number 7, the Boston Celtics. That's frankly probably lower than they'll end up at the end of the year. But remember, right now, they do not have Kemba to start the season. I mean, he's out with recovering from the knee surgery. And they did lose Gordon Hayward, and they didn't replace him with anything. And, we could get into the whole trade issue, but the bottom line is you lost a guy who could play and was a solid starter for you and is gone. Whatever you think of Gordon Hayward, you didn't really replace him with much.
Yeah, I think of with the Celtics – I'm telling you, first of all, I think they're a brilliant organization. I think they're one of the best run organizations in the NBA. But when you think about when Kyrie was there, right? And this is something that I like, it was almost like addition by subtraction with that team. You had all these great players, but then you let Jason Tatum have more of a role and Jaylen Brown emerged and they kind of took over. And when you started moving pieces out, you got, Al Horford left, Kyrie left, now Gordon Hayward left. And then it's almost like the team got stronger in a weird way because you had the personalities, a little more room to operate. And I wonder if it's going to be like that too now with Gordon Hayward being in Charlotte. Who else is going to kind of take that load? Is it going to be Marcus Smart? Where does Kimba's role kind of expand? I'm very curious to see where the Celtics go forward from here.
I am too. I think that, look, more more Jason Tatum's good, right? More Jaylen Brown is good. Like, I think that they're going to be there. I think there's a little bit of a bump at the start of the season while they quite figure it out. But eventually, I think they're one of the teams that can come out of the East. I think everybody in the East has some question marks, but they're one of the teams right there at the top. And I just think they're going to start a little slower.